The 2026 Subaru Uncharted. This is essentially Subaru's version of the all-new Toyota CHR, the compact electric SUV. And these vehicles, they are supposed to compete with things like the Hyundai Kona Electric and the Kia Niro EV as well. In this video, I'm going to cover everything that you need to know regarding the Uncharted. And first, let's talk about the highlights. So this all-electric Uncharted, Subaru claims that it can charge from 10 to 80% in around 30 minutes, even in cold weather conditions. So that part is good, but overall 30 minutes, that is definitely on the longer side. Certain Hyundai Kia Genesis products can charge from 10 to 80% in around 18 minutes. Anyway, moving on, the 0 to 60 time is less than 5 seconds on the Sport and the GT trim levels. Okay, and the estimated range, it's going to be more than 300 miles when you go with the premium front-wheel drive trim level. And these new SUVs, they should be on sale early of 2026 for the United States market. Okay, now let's go through some of these details. So this Uncharted EV, it's got up to 338 horsepower, as mentioned before, 0 to 60 time in less than 5 seconds, depending on the trim level that you go with. This is Subaru's first all-electric compact crossover, and it's available in 3 trim levels. You got the premium front-wheel drive, you got the Sport, and you have the GT trim level at the top. So we got 338 horsepower with the higher trims, and they offer the dual electric motors located on the front and rear axles. And Subaru claims that it's got the Subaru tuned suspension for a balanced drive. And compared to the Solterra EV, this all-new Uncharted, it's going to be shorter by nearly 7 inches, but it offers more than 25 cubic feet of cargo space behind the second row. That is impressive. And around town, the turning radius of the Subaru Uncharted, it's going to be highly maneuverable according to Subaru, and that's thanks to a turning radius that's nearly identical to the Crosstrek, okay? The battery pack that Subaru is using here, or I guess also with Toyota, it's going to be a 74.7 kilowatt hour high capacity lithium ion battery. The Sport and the GT models are equipped with the standard Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive system with the X modes. As mentioned before, these are the models with 338 horsepower, and it's got a range of up to 290 miles, which Subaru claims is actually more than the Hyundai Kona EV and the Kia Niro EV. But there is that more entry-level premium front-wheel drive model, which is going to offer more than 300 miles of range, but it's only front-wheel drive and it's got only 221 horsepower. But of course, it's going to come in at a lower price point. For sure, the official pricing has not been released yet, but let's move on. The Subaru engineers developed the Uncharted's impressive straight-line stability, handling, and grip on loose surfaces such as gravel, dirt, or snow through extensive chassis development. Thanks to a lightweight and rigid high-strength steel used in its construction, the structural support from its underfloor batteries, the aerodynamic enhancements, and specifically tuned suspension components means that this Subaru Uncharted is supposed to offer dynamic performance on and off-road. And that's great that they focused on the stability even on rougher terrains. That means on everyday roads, this should handle and drive great, right? Moving on to the interior space, the Uncharted features a standard 14-inch touchscreen for the infotainment, including wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have dual wireless smartphone chargers in the front center console as standard, and you also get dual USB-C chargers for the rear seat passengers. And this 14-inch display setup, it's pretty much identical to what Toyota and Lexus have been using. So the climate controls are embedded into the touchscreen, but it's all towards the bottom and it's pretty large and bulky, so it's pretty easy to access. And you also have a separate dial controller for your temperature readout, which is nice. But again, all of this is buried into the screen, just so you know. But regarding implementation and usability, this is one of the better versions that I've seen. Anyway, you will be getting a standard NACS charge port with speeds of up to 150 kilowatts. So you do have the fast charging options at more than 15,000 Tesla supercharger stations nationwide. And I mentioned that 10 to 80% charge time of 30 minutes is not that great, but in reality, Subaru also claims that this charge speed is also possible in cold weather conditions, which that is good that they focused on that. And this is all thanks to a onboard battery preconditioning system. And of course, you can charge this vehicle at home using either a level 1 or level 2 charger. You do get the Subaru EyeSight driver assist technology, including available pre-collision braking, front cross traffic alert, blind spot monitors, lane departure alert, emergency stop assist, advanced adaptive cruise control, and more. Also a panoramic view monitor or a 360 camera, the traffic jam assist, lane change assist are available on specific trim levels. And all trim levels of the Uncharted are equipped with an all-weather package, including heated front seats, heated exterior mirrors, and windshield wiper de-icer. You also get the power rear gate, interior ambient lighting, and you also get the driver focus distraction mitigation system. All of that comes standard. The Uncharted Sport adds the X mode, dual mode with the grip control. You get the heated steering wheel, you get StarTech's water repellent upholstery, you get the 360 camera, and more when you go with that sport trim level. Finally, the top of the line GT will include the panoramic moonroof with a motorized shade. You get the 20-inch wheels, you get the ventilated front seats, a Harman Kardon audio system, smart rear view mirror, and more. I mentioned 20-inch wheels on the top of the line GT. The smallest wheels available on the Uncharted, it's going to be an 18-inch wheel design. And that's pretty much everything that Subaru had to share regarding their all-new Uncharted. Let me know your thoughts below. I personally think that it's a nice looking vehicle, both from the outside and in. Seems to be a good practical package for its size. Good trunk capacity, should be easy to drive. The only off-putting things I noticed is you do have kind of like a square steering wheel, which surprisingly, a lot of people don't really like that. I know the C8 Corvette has something similar. I personally don't really care. I never really minded that, but it's just something to note. The only other thing is the digital gauge cluster looks really lame. Like it has like these crazy borders on the left and right sides. No idea why they designed it like that, but okay. Otherwise, everything else looks fine. And as mentioned before, this is essentially the Subaru version of the all-new Toyota CHR. But this has its own Subaru-tuned suspension, so it should have its own unique feel. Anyway, since you made it to the end of this video, I'll also just share with you a resource if you are interested in saving money on new vehicles, including new EVs, and that is going to be through AutoCompanion. This is a company that I am personally partnered with and affiliated with. AutoCompanion is one of the largest car brokers in the United States, and he's got substantial discounts on many new manufacturers and EVs, including the all-new ID4, the Chevy Equinox EV, Kia Niro plug-in hybrids, Mercedes EVs, BMW EVs. He's got substantial discounts on all these vehicles, and he's got many more brands as well. He's primarily located in the Washington, D.C. area. He's got some of the best prices in the country, although to access these deals, he does charge a broker fee. He did say that if you go on his website and you fill out an inquiry form, he will take some money off of that broker fee, and I really appreciate him doing that for my audience. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care and goodbye.